Yesterday, we had an action day in one of our key target wards. Now, action days are when you get people from across your kind of patch to concentrate in one area at one point. Now, they're really good for people who may be not as quite into the daily grind, but actually like the teamwork element of campaigning, and so that's really, really useful. One thing that can happen though is that because you're doing it on a Saturday, turnout on the door can be a little bit lower, but luckily for us yesterday it was kind of a dull, cold day. If you're doing it on a really hot, beautiful spring or summer day, then turnout's going to be a lot lower because people are out doing stuff, as like you will probably want to be doing. But action days are important. Also, make sure you get a photo. But also, one of the pitfalls of action days is you've got to be efficient with it. You know, you've got to be organised. Who's doing which area, what areas you're doing. Because if you just have a load of people all doing the same area, you're not really making the most use out of it. But ultimately, we got hundreds of doors done, had a really visual impact in the middle of our target ward. We've energised our candidate, we've energised some of our campaigners, and so action days are useful to go ahead and plan them in advance. So we've already got the next 4 action days, weekends, ready to go, so people can plan in their diary, okay, I can do this one, maybe I can't do that one. And it's just a really good way of keeping your campaign going, keeping it on track. And if you don't want to do canvassing, you could do leafleting as well if you've got leaflets to get out. And that actually can be a really good thing to do on an action day, is if you've got a ward that's slightly behind on its leafleting, then actually getting an action day to do it, because you generally get less turnout on the door on a weekend, then having a leaflet action day can be a good way of doing it. One final hint is actually go to the pub afterwards, or go for a coffee or a cake afterwards. Make it a bit of a social, so it doesn't just feel like relentless campaigning. You're doing stuff you enjoy, and then you're far more likely to do it again. And people who are part of the action day feel they're really part of the kind of the Lib Dem family, the Lib Dem campaign to make a difference in their area. So whatever you want to do, they're definitely worthwhile doing. Make sure you organise them properly. And yeah, it's a good way of giving your campaign a bit of a kick.